Guys of a Certain Age is brought to you by no one. Absolutely no one. Except these dudes walking down memory lane. Now let's head to the studio to see what they misremember next.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Mrs. Reed's second favorite son and Melissa's favorite husband. Happy birthday to Jay.
We were going to put that on a cake, but they charge us by the letter.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we dropped the whole
by
cake.
the candle, by the letter, by the candle. Either way, you're
there. You go. There you go. Well, it's Guys of a Certain Age. I'm Robbie Koblenz alongside
Art Shirley
and Jay Reed,
the birthday boy, man, elder
guy,
birthday guy,
birthday guy.
Birthday guy. He didn't like the birthday elder. Well, do you have to have a fire permit for the candles on your cake?
I don't do cakes much anymore.
Yeah,
I try to be creative.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Well, it's
drinks.
Not, well, there was a cake. My mom made this apricot nectar cake, and that was it for years.
I remember you mentioned that before.
I had asked Melissa to make me a chocolate pie one year. I made a corn cake and corn ice cream one year. Made it myself.
I remember that.
I remember you talking about that. Yeah,
that was kind of wild.
That's been in the last few years, right?
That's been a while. It's been a while.
I think we talked about it.
We talked about it
because he didn't bring us any.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
he didn't know us at that point.
It was odd.
It was his 7th birthday,
to say the least.
His 7th birthday.
Today I'm having a Cotton Blues blueberry cheesecake.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, I'd much rather have. I'd much rather have a pie or something like that than cake.
Yeah, and my mom used to make those like cookie cakes, the big cookies with the icing. Oh, she made those for everybody for a long time, and I love those too. So
now, I did do German chocolate cake when I was a kid.
That was my dad. That has
well, we had the same birthday. That's what it is.
Oh,
that's
right.
It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, I didn't participate in my dad's birthday very much when he had the German chocolate cake.
Yeah, just give me German cake. So not chocolate. My favorite is Bonnie makes a hot fudge sundae cake, which is something my mom makes.
That sounds good.
Which is, it's kind of bizarre. You dump all the dry ingredients in and you put like water, you pour water on top of, and it makes a chocolate sauce underneath.
Okay, yeah.
A hot fudge chocolate sauce. Yeah. It's great. It's really, really good.
Becky has recently learned to make my mom's chocolate pie. I mean, that was like, that's what she brought, for years to any family gathering. And she's not making it as much anymore, so Becky learned how to make it, and it's great. She did a great job.
Well, that's one thing. One year when we were living overseas and had everything was from scratch, and I said, I think I'd like a chocolate pie this year. And she made a chocolate pie, and it was great. And I said, my really favorite pie is a caramel pie that my grandmother's friend Ella used to make.
Did you say that as you were taking the first bite of pie that she
after the chocolate pie?
That's not really what I wanted, sweetheart.
Well, the story gets better. I told her, that was great. It was and it really was. And I said, but my real favorite pie, I just knew that it was too hard to make, was a caramel pie. She goes, oh, okay. So then the next day I come home and there's a
Next day
there's a caramel pie waiting.
Wow.
But she had found a recipe. The lady that used to make them, made it from scratch, but she had found a recipe where you take the sweetened condensed milk and boil it.
I was going to say, if you've never had that, that's phenomenal.
I've heard about people talk about that before. Yeah, to make the caramel.
You can just boil it for a couple of hours. You can put it in the crock pot and just make sure you have enough water on it. Leave it have so many hours. And it makes a pretty fabulous caramel cake too.
Yeah.
So
have we talked about this before?
Maybe.
I don't know. But, what's great, you make the caramel, whatever you want to do it. You take sliced bananas, graham cracker pie crust, sliced bananas, and the caramel.
That was
on
actually
top.
the recipe.
Has Mark made this before, or maybe? I feel like maybe we've had this at one of our.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Now, have you ever had Linda Brazil's Hershey almond pie?
Yes.
I have.
Okay.
Really good. Maybe not hers, but I've had the same pie.
Yeah, Becky does that too. But yeah, that's good stuff.
That's fabulous. Yeah. But the sweetened condensed caramel is amazing.
Okay. So,
we should just do a dessert episode. It feels like that's where we're
headed.
Yeah. I mean,
we could do regrettable desserts
or desserts we had
like corn ice cream.
Yeah. And corn ice cream.
It really wasn't bad. It's just not something you wanted a lot of.
Yeah.
At one time.
Yeah.
Kind of like the dill pickle ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't want a little of it.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
I don't want a little of it. I'm hoping we can reorder at Dolce the sea salt and olive oil gelato. That was so good. So, did you try that, Jay?
I feel like I tried it, yeah.
Art? Did
I can't remember trying.
It's pretty good.
It was pretty good. Yeah.
See, and I like odd-ish ice creams
And people too. I mean,
Yeah.
That's worked out well.
yeah.
Almost 300 episodes of oddness in.
Yeah, there
Actually,
you go.
300 episodes plus.
Yeah, exactly. So
I guess
anyway,
if this goes according to plan, you would have heard the 300th episode last week. If it doesn't, welcome to 300.
Yeah.
Jay, welcome to 57 for Jay and 300 or 58 or 59.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
This is Sparta.
Is it?
300.
I thought it was Starkville.
300.
Yeah.
The movie 300.
Yeah, but we're not in slow motion with speed ramps and I mean colors are too saturated.
I don't know. We're kind of in slow motion. I don't know.
You mean we're not a 15-minute movie that stretched to 2.5 hours because of slow mo?
Oh, yeah. Zack Snyder. Bless his heart. All right, well, let's jump into some geeks of the week.
Speaking of Zack Snyder, I'll go first.
Yeah.
I don't know how that doesn't make any sense, but on the heels of the news, that Acolyte, the Star Wars series from Disney Plus, will not be receiving a second season due to low ratings. Although you and I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
I haven't yet. I probably will watch some of it, but I haven't yet.
Catch it quick. But on the heels of that news, we've also heard that in Marvel Disney news that T.Wai-tator is not going to be involved in the next Thor project. He was on the Thor 3. I can't even remember what the
Love
name.
and Thunder.
No, Love and Thunder
No,
was the fourth
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok, which was well received. Did
To
really
me,
well.
one of the best Marvel movies ever.
Yeah, really good. They doubled down on the humor in Love and Thunder. Love and Rockets, I still want to call it.
Yeah,
Love and
I'm
Thunder.
so alive.
But apparently he was pulled off of that movie during production or during editing. I did not realize that. So they did not like the way it was going, Marvel being they.
Oh, wow.
And so they pulled him off and tried to salvage it as best they could, doing the editing and all that kind of stuff. So that's one reason it's a little bit of a mess. So he's not going to be associated with Thor at all, and they're hoping that the next Thor movie, they are going to do a fifth Thor movie. They will probably go with a more serious tone for that, with elements of humor as opposed to just the slapstick thing that they did with Love and Thunder. Also, T.Wai-tator has been pulled off of his Star Wars project, which may or may not have ever been going to happen, but he was associated with a Star Wars project that he was going to do, and they've pulled that. And that may be part of. I mean, Disney's gone back and reassessed all of their
everything.
Yeah. Star Wars, Marvel, everything they're doing, and kind of going with the less is more approach, although there still seems to be a lot going on. But I think that's part of that process too. But anyway, he's no longer involved with that.
And then no reason given?
Yeah, well, the flop that financially that Thor, Love and Thunder was. And they said he was, apparently he was not good to work with in that last one, which is why he was let go.
Okay. So nothing recent, nothing scandalous, just where we didn't like it the way it went, so we're not.
Just budgetary reasons, I guess.
Well, budgetary reasons. Yeah. So, oh well.
And then Acolyte, like I said, is just because it did not do well. Viewership was not good. And I enjoyed it. It was certainly not Mandalorian or Andor. But
no, it was the Acolyte.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's why.
I would have loved to have seen more. Spoiler alert: Darth Plagueis. He shows up for just a brief second at the end.
Yeah. As does Yoda.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. So, that's right. So I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had too. I need to watch it.
Back of his head. Yeah. So, but that's kind of sad. But anyway,
and it's funny when they shoot him from the back. His speech pattern is right.
You stayed up all night to come up with that.
Just hit me.
Yeah.
You're not a kid.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, Geeks, it is time for you.
It is. I'm completely lost.
Yeah.
All right. So
You're familiar with Yoda, though, right?
I'm familiar with Yoda. Yes.
Yoda, not yoga.
Yoda and
our grown
son.
Boy, I shouldn't try to say that.
Grogu.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Grown goo.
Okay, that got out of hand.
He's gonna pass out.
Whoo! Plop.
Okay, so this is one of those times when I wish we had affiliate marketing, because I think we could make a bunch of money with this new product coming out. So let me ask you, what is your favorite or one of your favorite shopping mall food court foods? or it doesn't have to be in the food court, but what's one of your favorite shopping mall foods? What would you say?
Oh.
Do you have one? Do you go to shopping?
I don't really. I mean,
Nobody really goes to shop.
Auntie Annie's pretzels.
Okay.
I mean, all I
Yeah,
can think
so-
of is 7 corn dogs 7.
That's true.
But you're not an LSU fan.
I know. It's like,
No, well, Auntie Annie's is the right answer.
It always
Because
is.
Auntie Annie's has a new product out called Knead, like kneading dough.
Now, I did see Auntie Annie's in the
Let him have his-
airport. I'm sorry, in the airport. I probably could have gone. So that's probably as close as
Well,
I've
we
been
had
to-
one in Walmart here for a brief
for a
season.
couple of seconds.
And that's still something when we find we go to. And now I'm not sure we'll have to go as far because you can
They're
order.
selling dough?
Actually, you can buy a kit. Yeah, I've bought the kits before and made them at home.
Thanks for sharing.
This is even better. It's called Knead, and it's perfume.
No.
Or it's cologne, whatever you want to
What
call
does it smell like?
It
Cinnamon roll?
smells like butter, salt, and pretzels.
Oh.
Yep.
Butter,
and I looked it
salt,
up.
and pretzels.
It's called Eau de Pretzel.
So regrettable, yes or no?
Regrettable.
So yes, this could
Jay's regrettable. Period.
this could
Brought to you by Grown Goo.
show up in a lot of. Oh boy!
All right, I just took a sip of water. Yeah.
It
okay.
released about a week ago as we record, so you may not be able to get it,
Maybe in the wild?
but it's for real. I looked it up. You can order it. I probably will order it. Well, this will be a true test if Melissa listens to the podcast or not. Because I've often said, Melissa, my wife, will say, we'll be out on a trip and I'll say, well, let's stop at this barbecue joint. I don't want to smell like smoke. Or let's at least I don't want to smell like Mexican food. This is all the things she doesn't want to. Certain restaurants she don't want to go into at certain times because she doesn't want to carry that out on her coat. I'm like, but I love the smell of barbecue. I wish you would smell like barbecue more. I want to get
Let's just keep on going. Okay.
I've always said I want to get start a perfume that smells like a barbecue joint, and which would just be smoke, right? But yeah, infused with notes of buttery dough, salt, and a hint of sweetness, Knead transforms the iconic aroma you love into a wearable scent. One spritz is all it takes to envelop you in the nostalgic embrace of
He has
freshly
spent
baked
way
pretzels.
too much time.
Yeah.
on
Surrender to the smell.
I didn't even know Auntie Annie's until I saw it in there. So that's Auntie Annie's.
You didn't know what?
I didn't know of it.
You didn't know of it until you saw it in the airport?
Yeah.
Like
Really?
recently?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
How could you go through
I'm
life
stunned.
without an Auntie Annie's cinnamon sugar pretzel?
I just have.
Wow. Well,
And through a lot of it.
Yeah.
My life.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you see it? Where did you see it? Malls?
In malls,
Yeah.
But the Walmart Starkville had a little outlet out front for I don't know
Yeah.
a couple of years maybe,
yeah. Then it became a Subway.
and now it's a loan or pay your bills here. Or
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of dining in Walmart.
Sam's.
Sam's, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sam's is supposed to have one of the best hot dogs. So.
Well, and when I worked at Walmart back in the mid '90s, snack bar. We had an actual snack bar that had the hot dogs and the pretzels. And
I remember
all kind of
that,
stuff. Yeah, I ate lunch there on the regular.
Have you guys been into the remodeled Walmart here in Starkville?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Yeah.
They were in the middle of it when last time I was there.
Yeah, it's not bad. I went yesterday.
The parking lot. Thank you for the parking lot.
You're welcome for the parking.
I was looking at Robbie.
you weren't thanking me for it.
I think
That's your
Walmart-
birthday present from Art and I to you, Jay, is the Walmart parking lot.
Thank you. Well,
Least we could do.
the inside I didn't really care about, but I was grateful for the new parking lot.
Well,
It was
it's
a
the
mess.
little things in life, isn't it?
It is.
So
It is.
All right, I'm gonna jump into my geek.
Okay.
If that's okay, birthday boy.
It's okay.
Yeah. So I've got two. One is Blake 7. Did you ever watch Blake 7?
Yeah, I've watched episodes of that. Not a regular watcher, but did watch that. Yeah.
So Blake 7 came out around the same time as Doctor Who did in the well, Doctor Who was 63, Blake 7 was mid-70s. Terry Nation, who created the dialects for Doctor Who, pitched this dystopian far future sci-fi show called Blake 7, which was almost like a Seven Samurai, but they're all fugitives. And It was great. Special effects were horrible, but the story was fabulous.
It looked very much like a Doctor Who episode, just in terms of the special effects.
It was like if Doctor Who and the Prisoner had a baby.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. So, Doctor Who, BBC had done some Doctor Who remasters called The Collection, where they took the older Doctors, got the masters, got them to HD to do Blu-ray releases. Well, they're doing the same thing for Blake 7, and they're redoing practical effects. Special effects. Yeah, and it looks great. I cannot wait to procure my copy of Blake 7.
How many seasons did that run?
3 or 4.
Yeah, it didn't have nearly the run. Obviously, nothing has.
The Liberator was one of the coolest ships on television. But yeah, it was great. It had Paul Darrow in it, who went on to do some other things. You would recognize Paul Darrow. He may have been in Game of Thrones. I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, it was a kind of a landmark BBC. I'm going to show these guys pictures. That's Paul Darrow. You recognize Paul Darrow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
Anyway, yeah.
So that ran, you said 3 seasons. Does anybody streaming it right now? It seems like, okay.
You may have been able to get it on BritBox, but I will tell you, 51 episodes across 78, 79, 4 seasons. Plex, if you download Plex, you don't have to have your own library for Plex, but you can come in and they harvest all these free streams and repurpose them into their Plex guide.
Yeah.
There is a BBC science fiction channel that will run Blake 7 episodes.
That may be where I've seen it then before, because I know I had seen, or maybe they had it on Freevee on Prime at some point, but BritBox
had it, I think. But anyway,
that's where I saw it. We had BritBox for a short time.
And also there's a Doctor Who channel on Plex, which is, I think they're pulling it off Pluto, actually. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to have to grab it. So it should be a lot of fun. That was one of those things that PBS stations in America tried to grab to capitalize upon the BBC sci-fi phase they went through. So anyway, Blake 7 coming to the Blu-ray. This just dropped moments ago. Universal Studios Hollywood is doing some sci-fi and fantasy themed fan fest nights. So Universal has done horror nights before at their parks. They are going to be doing a Back to the Future, a Star Trek, and Dungeons and Dragons themed night out in Hollywood. So anyway, we should go to that, Jay.
It's in California, but not in Florida?
It's in California. It looks like it's Universal Studio Hollywood.
Okay.
Featuring a slate of all new, thrilling, and unique fan favorite experiences. The inaugural Universal Fan Fest Nights 2025 will be a limited time after hours experience exclusive to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Okay, well, while we're there, we can go have maybe they'll still have the Deadpool chimichanga at Disneyland, and we can make a big week of it.
Yeah, I bet you can make your own Deadpool chimichanga. I haven't had a chimichanga in a long time.
Melissa doesn't like me to fry indoors, so that's I haven't either.
Because of the smell? She's going to smell like
I don't want to smell like Jay's chimichanga, Trying to get
It's like you're living in my house.
Yeah.
I don't want to smell like a Deadpool chimichanga. Go outside.
I don't understand that at all.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. So, but anyway.
Anybody going to see Alien Romulus? Just throwing that out there.
Negative.
No, I'll probably catch it on streaming. It's got some good reviews. Are you going to go see it?
I may see if Will, my older son, for those who listen, wants to go this weekend.
Yeah, I've got to see it on the small screen.
Yeah.
See,
I think I've seen every Aliens movie. Not the Alien versus Predator, the real offshoots, but I think I've seen every one of those in the theater.
How much do you know about Romulus? About the movie? Have you seen any spoilers?
Just the trailer.
There's a controversial moment in it. If you go see, I would love to know how it executes and what your thought is.
I'll check it out.
So, but
I have seen the only thing I've seen are the memes that show Star Trek Romulans and said, "Hey, you lied to us. There's no Romulans in this movie."
Yeah, saw that too. That was pretty funny. But you realize there's no Romulans in this.
What?
Yeah. And no Remus either. Probably
these are not the Romulans you're looking for.
Oh no, they're not. So, but anyway,
I got it, Jay.
We all got it, Jay. We all got it. All right, we're going to take a break. Then Jay's going to quiz us down. We think up next, and we're back. And Mr. J is going to ask Mr. Art and I some questions.
Mr. J.
I have to call you Mr. now because you're both older than me.
Yeah, that's good.
I think we were before.
You've reached the age of not consent, the age of dissent.
Dissent. Yeah. Get out of my yard.
The age of incontinence. Well, no, Jay, I'm sorry.
That's well, okay. We'll do that one.
Oh my! Oh my!
Right, so they say
is
that
the dawning of the age of incontinence. Age of incontinence.
Oh, please don't, please.
It all depends.
Sponsored by no
Depends.
one. Absolutely no one.
No one. No underwear. Absolutely no underwear. Okay. Are we ready to get into?
Are we just starting now?
Yeah. So, Jay, this was your idea.
This is my idea. Yeah. So they say that with a written piece like a book, that a lot of times the first line is the most important line because it sets the tone for the rest of the book. But in a movie, oftentimes it's the last line that kind of sets the viewer off, back into life, with the tone that they want the movie to be set in, whether you want you to go away quizzical or happy or angry or whatever. So I'm going to give you we're just going to quiz you. I'm going to give you some last lines and see if y'all know.
But these are last lines of movies.
Last lines of movies.
Okay.
So I'm going to start out with some easy ones. There's no place like home.
Wizard of Oz.
Oz of the Wizard.
Bingo. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads.
Back to the Future.
Uno. Yeah.
Right. In Art, I think you've already put this on our chat this week. I think this is
Casablanca.
the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Blanca Casa.
That is right. Okay, how about I'll be right here?
Oh, gosh, dog, I know that one.
What if I said it like this? I'll be right here.
E.T.?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
That did help a lot.
That's it. Let's see. You met me at a very strange time in my life. I didn't know this one. It's a famous movie, of course, but
I ain't got nothing.
Edward Norton, Brad Pitt.
Oh, Fight Club.
Fight Club. Right.
Which I've only seen once.
Yeah, and I saw it back in 1999 when it came out. All right, now here's one you might know. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he did not exist.
He didn't exist.
And like that, he is gone.
Is that Usual Suspects?
Yes. Very good. Cha-ching. We need a bell. We don't have
the budget for a bell.
Right.
The bell budget.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
Sunset Boulevard.
I figured you'd get that one.
I'm going to take a nap.
I get to live the rest of my life like a schnook.
The Life of Jay Reed.
I don't know that one.
Gangster movie. I'll give you a hint. Mob movie.
Okay.
Scarface?
Goodfellas.
Okay.
Okay.
Goodfellas, yeah. Okay. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you. This is not one that this was at least a trilogy. It's more your genre than mine, but
as he points to me.
Yeah. Keanu Reeves.
Matrix.
Yeah, Matrix.
That's Robbie. Point Robbie.
Okay.
Yeah.
The stuff that dreams are made of.
Oh, Maltese Falcon.
Very good. Very good. A lot of these are older.
It's hard.
So I look at Art. Yeah. Instead of, I used to hate the water. I can't imagine why.
Oh, Jaws.
Yep.
I was going to say Jaws.
I think this just might be my masterpiece. I didn't see this movie, but when I read what it came from, I thought it was interesting. This is another Brad Pitt.
Oh, River Runs Through It.
Nope.
No, that's I'm Haunted by Waters. I'm haunted by the.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
This one was a Tarantino movie.
Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, sorry, Mrs. Reed. Yep, that's it.
Bastards is a perfectly fine.
It's
Inglorious that you had problems.
Right. Well,
they misspell it in the movie title.
True.
Yeah.
This is So Long, Partner. This is like a tug at your heartstring kind of movie.
It's Toy Story?
It is at Toy Story 3.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Very good. Very good. It was Beauty Killed the Beast.
Oh, King Kong.
Very
the
good.
original.
The original King Kong.
Uh-huh.
Now this one, I hadn't seen the movie, but y'all may have. Ernest Hemingway once wrote, "The world is a fine place and worth fighting for." I agree with the second part. So I think Kevin Spacey was in this one too.
Have we had another? Oh, yeah, Usual Suspects.
And And maybe Brad Pitt.
7?
I'm sorry.
7.
Okay.
7.
Very good.
I
Very
was
good.
looking up I'm Haunted by Waters. I'm sorry.
Now, this isn't really old one too. Well, nobody's perfect.
Oh, that's Marilyn Monroe. Gosh, dog it. Something Like It Hot.
Yep, very good. Yeah, I think it was Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Joey Brown. But I'm a man.
Yeah.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Here's another kind of kids movie. That'll Do, Pig. That'll
Oh,
do.
that's Babe.
That's Babe.
That right there is Babe.
Here's
saw
another
Babe.
pretty easy one. This one I think I would have gotten. As You Wish.
Oh, that's
Princess Bride.
Prince Rod. Yeah.
Yep.
The
Sure.
Princess
The
Bride.
Princess Bride.
The Princess Bride. Let's see. You want to tell me about her? No, I don't think I will. This comes from Geekdom.
I have no idea. Another clue?
Chris Evans is the one who quotes the last line. It's Avengers Endgame.
Oh, it's in game. Yeah.
When
That's
he's
right.
when he's back.
After
when
he's
old.
back, he's old. He's back, and
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now this, I
So
love
the
this one.
new stuff, I don't remember.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
You should have given me a.
It was pre
beat more.
1950. All right. Well, no.
That's right.
I love this one. I think you'll get it. I do wish we could chat longer, but I'm having an old friend for dinner.
Oh, that's Hannibal. Or no, Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of
Silence
the
of the
Lambs.
Lambs.
Clarice.
This is a good one
that's
too. This one, if you don't know it, you might be able to come up with. I never had friends later on like the ones I had when I was 12.
Stand By
does
Me.
anyone? There you go.
Yeah.
Cha-ching. Now this one is we'll see if you get this. My girlfriend became my arch enemy. My arch enemy became my best friend, and my best friend became my girlfriend. But hey, that's high school.
That's got to be a John Hughes movie.
Close, but it's similar, but it's almost it's more in our genre of this podcast. But with the John Hughes kind of a vibe.
It's not
My super
pretty-
ex-girlfriend?
Huh?
My super ex-girlfriend?
No, that's a good guess, but
It's not Pretty in Pink.
I want to say Kurt Russell maybe was in this.
Oh,
John Travolta's wife, what's her name?
Kelly Preston?
Yes, I think it was. Wouldn't it Russell?
Well, we don't know what it is.
Sky High.
Oh, yeah.
High.
I don't know that I've ever seen Sky
I
High.
love
not?
Sky High.
Yeah,
it was great.
I liked it too.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I mean, it wouldn't have been able to quote that last line.
And that was not his line. It was his son's line, I think.
Right.
Because he was a sidekick.
I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams.
Shawshank Redemption.
It's got to be
Very-
Shawshank.
Very good. Very good.
Shawshank.
Don't forget what happened to the man who suddenly got everything he always wanted. What happened?
Willy Wonka
He
and the
lived
Chocolate
happily
Factory.
ever after. That's right. Very good. This is going faster than I thought. Because I'm about to run out. After all, tomorrow is another
Gone with
day.
the Wind. I was waiting for that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
The horror.
The horror. Apocalypse Now.
Ding. I wish this is we should have done trivia and then let just Art answer all the trivia. Let's see. This one I wouldn't know, but y'all might. It's Too Bad She Won't Live, but then again, who does?
Oh, I know that one.
I don't.
That's Blade Runner.
Very good.
Yeah.
Replicant. Yeah.
All right. Now let's see.
And that's from the original version that had the voiceover
Yeah.
on it.
Yes. Yeah. This
Or
is-
was it? Maybe no. It doesn't
I
matter.
wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. So this is a pretty easy one, but
Edward James Olmos actually delivers that line, so it's not the voiceover.
Oh, it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one just had to be included. I said it before, and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around every once in a while, you could miss it.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Very good.
Bueller.
And then this
Bueller.
one, I think you'll know the character here. We'll see if we know the movie. Just keeping the British end up. This is my last one, by the way. This is the finale
James Bond is the character
for sure.
and it's Roger Moore playing him.
Very
I think.
good, yep.
And they're in the thing, so
Two
it's
for
A
two.
Spy Who Loved Me.
There you go.
Yeah,
Very
okay.
good. Very good. I think Art wins this quiz game.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was snoozing. So. I
So
mean,
the question is, do you agree with that line that that the last
he's
line
keeping
of the
the British-
movie
End up.
that the last line of the movie is critical to the movie experience?
I don't know. I mean, I think that obviously there are memorable last lines. I think ones that certainly it does are or Casablanca. I mean, that's a key point in the storytelling, and it sets the tone. After All, Tomorrow's Another Day is certainly one. The Wizard of Oz, last line. Some of them maybe not as much, but I do think, I think with a movie you want the audience to go out with something. But I also think the opening line can set some stuff too. So
Did you do?
Now we got all those after credit scenes, so it kind of
So you don't have
the last line.
and that may be the thing with Endgame, with the line from Endgame. When there one from Endgame. Yeah. So maybe because you sit there and you do watch, whereas in the older movies and the ones that I remember, usually you see that, and then there's the end comes up, and there's usually a 1, maybe 2-page or 2-screen list of credits. You're not seeing the best boy and all this kind of stuff. You're seeing who the characters were, and who played the parts. So that sticks with you a little better.
So there's an argument to be made as I'm doing a little bit of research, because I don't know anything that Jay's talking about, Iverson. So that and you didn't mention Chinatown because it's obvious what it's from.
Right. And the same thing, there was a Dark Knight line that I came across and an Iron Man line that I came across, but they all had the words.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, but I do think that's a critical tone-setting line.
So the argument was made that, forget it, Jake, it's Chinatown.
Yeah.
It's the greatest last line of a movie ever, because it succinctly sums up the movie of the fact that there's so much frustration, there's so much tragedy, corruption's winning out, and that there's nothing.
That's just what the whole thing is.
That Jack Nicholson character can do about it. And
I haven't seen that. I want to see that, mostly because they talked about it in The Offer.
Yeah.
And
Chinatown's great.
It's a great movie. Yeah.
The Two Jakes, which was the follow-up 15 years later, wasn't that good.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
It was not that good.
Yeah.
It wasn't terrible, but it just doesn't fit at all with, Chinatown is an undisputed classic. It's a very, very bizarre story.
Yeah.
But again, and that's
my
what
daughter, my sister.
Yeah. That's what makes that whole line. That
Yeah.
whole line is just like, hey, look, you could make yourself crazy thinking about this, but it's just Chinatown, So
Yeah.
it's perfect.
I've got a couple last lines for you. Keep watching the skies.
Keep watching the skies. That's Invasion of the Body. No, I'm sorry. That's the Thing.
Actually,
Another World.
The Thing from Another World. There
Yeah.
you go. Very good. As we talk about remakes. Mein Führer, I can walk.
Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop
Loving the Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. See if there's something
Stop
else.
Worrying and Love the Bomb.
I'm taking your role now, Robbie, of not knowing you.
I'm not going to say that one from the end of Caddyshack, because
I know I left that one off too.
Yeah. And then I woke up.
Oh.
Dallas?
No, Bobby.
I don't know that one.
Relatively new. It's a Coen movie.
Oh. Okay.
Coen Brothers movie, I
Yeah.
should say.
Uh-huh.
No Country for Old Men.
Okay, yeah. I've only seen that once.
It's a great movie.
See, I didn't much care for it.
See, I really, really liked
people
it.
loved it. I know I'm in the minority of not liking it.
I'm not a big fan of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, I love that one.
Stereo. I like No Country for Old Men and True Grit.
True Grit's great.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have to see it, Dottie. I lived it.
Oh, that's Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh, yeah.
That's
I saw
right.
that one too.
I don't have to see it, Dottie. I lived it.
He's not dead.
Oh, my. Okay. I did not have that on my bingo card.
Take a picture to last longer.
That's really good. Keep on going. I want to see him pass out.
Okay.
Excuse me, when do we get to the Alamo?
To the basement. There's no basement in the Alamo. Do you remember that part?
I do, yeah.
I never saw.
You never saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure?
Did not.
Oh, my gosh.
I was young and impressionable at this point.
Yeah, well, that would not have made a good impression.
No. Kevin, what did you do to my room? That's one that's not, we didn't go over. Kevin, what did you do to my room?
Oh, that's Home Alone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've seen a lot of movies, Art.
I've just seen the ends of them.
You've read the Cliff
That's
Notes.
right.
You've watched the Cliff Notes
Yeah.
of the movies. So. Well, yeah, I think it does leave you, but like Art just said, it's that's that lasting image, that lasting thought, that lasting, that last taste in your mouth. But we're now conditioned to stay around for stingers,
And I think that does kind of water that effect
It
down.
absolutely does. It absolutely does.
But or either that or it's a parallel. It's a different experience.
Now, I will say this. We said, I am Iron Man. You mentioned that as being the last line, but the last line that we would always remember is, let me talk to you about the Avengers Initiative, right? Is that the first one or is that the second one?
No, that's the first one.
That's the end credit from the first one, right? And for us, I think that would resonate as much as anything did because we all, freaked out.
We freaked out. It's like, oh my goodness.
Because we had
I
no
actually
idea.
kind of got goosebumps.
I know, me too.
thinking
I
about
got
it.
chills. I got chills in my arm because you're thinking, you just watched this incredible movie, still one of my favorite superhero movies of all time. And then he comes in and says the Avengers Initiative. And at that point in time, we're going, does this mean they might be talking about doing the Avengers? Now, of course, it seems like, oh, yeah, this was their plan along. But at that point, they just threw it out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
because,
my gosh, I'm still got chills.
Yeah, that was as we've talked about before, this pre-Disney Marvel.
Yeah.
They didn't have much money left. They were on a limited line
And
of
this
credit.
whole thing was like pass-fail. And had it failed, we wouldn't have seen any of this stuff.
Yeah.
We would have had 200 less episodes to talk about.
Maybe 250. That's right. So, all right, last lines. So,
Do you want to give us a last line for the show,
I was
birthday boy?
trying to think of one. Happy birthday to me.
And with that, happy birthday to Jay. We will see you next time for either episode 300, 301, 302. Who knows?